How y'all doing? I'm Chocolate AMUN-RA. This is part 3 of the Black Panthers, the vanguard of the revolution. Now, I'm only going to go over real quickly. We're basically talking about Huey Newton, Bobby Seale, one of the 2 founders of the Black Panther Party of Revolution. Now, understand this, the reason why this movement was developed. If you already watched the first 2 chapters that I already put out, this is part 3. Understand the makeup. Understand why it had to happen. Understand racism. Racism here in America is on its highest peaks. An explosion can happen. Matter of fact, when I say explosion, between the race wars between the 2 cultures, Lord have mercy. You got these police officers, other human beings who are supposed to uphold the law, are abusing their rights to basically abuse another culture, which is us. Sound familiar? That's why I want you to watch these videos to get an understanding and how to deal with such matters. You got to get a better understanding, gods and goddesses, kings and queens. Listen, let's get right into it. Let's pay all due respects to the Creator. The sun rises. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Aman. I want to get right into it. The Black Panthers.
All of them loved Eldridge Cleaver. They understood what he was talking about, or at least they thought they did.
Eldridge had this incredible ability to encapsulate a thought in a few sentences and form it into an artistic statement that pointed right, that stabbed right into the heart of the enemy, and he did that all of the time. Now, was he always correct? No.
I say that Ronald Reagan is a punk, a sissy, and a coward, and I challenge him to a duel. I challenge him to a duel to the death, or until he says, Uncle Eldridge.
Was he insane? Fuck yeah. That boy was crazy. And he got a lot of people hurt.
And I give him his choice of weapons. He can use a gun, a knife, a baseball bat, or a marshmallow, and I'll beat him to death with a marshmallow. That's how I feel about him, see?
That's it. They are not going to be able to control Eldridge. Eldridge was a Rottweiler, uncontrollable personality. Who could be in an organization with Eldridge and he not be the leader? Nobody. And that's basically how it ended up.
A pool of blood marks the spot where 23-year-old Officer John Fry was found fatally wounded from 4 gunshots. The shooting happened at 5 a.m., approximately where I'm standing on 7th Street in the heart of Oakland's Negro Ghetto. The suspect, charged with murder and attempted murder, is Huey Newton, 25-year-old leader of the Black Panthers for self-defense. Newton is hospitalized in serious condition and under heavy guard.
We went up to Highland Hospital and it looked like every police in America was there. We didn't know for sure if Huey was dead or alive. We didn't sleep that night. Nobody slept that, I don't think.
As he was handcuffed to a gurney going into surgery, he was arrested for murder and expected to face execution.
A lot of the other Panthers were in jail because of the protests that they'd done in Sacramento. So Eldridge was the only available spokesperson for the Black Panther Party.
The Black Panther Party demands that Huey P. Newton be set free. And we wish to make it very clear that if he is not set free, there is little hope of avoiding open armed war in the streets of California and sweeping across this nation.
We said, well, Huey's in jail, he's facing the death penalty, what can we do? I think the initial slogan was Huey must be set free. Eventually it got shortened to Free Huey. It became a huge movement.
Rallies across the nation.
You did not have to be a member of the Black Panther Party. All you had to be was a human being. People of all kinds took up that cry, Free Huey.
An examiner made a report back here in the last Sunday's paper that we were anti-white, that we hold no bones, this is a quote, pick no bones about being anti-white. This is a bold-faced lie. We don't hate nobody because of their color. We hate oppression. We hate murder of black people in our communities.
The people just turned out. They wanted to help us. They wanted to give us money. They wanted us to come speak. There was this gathering of connection to the Black Panthers that was different to before. We got to free Huey! We got to free Huey!
We were a phenomenon. The way that we walked and talked and dressed. We had swag.
It was a rhythm. It was a rhythm to how we spoke. It was a rhythm to how we walked. And the people recognized that we stood out. Outside of that, on the street, they probably, ooh, that's a butt ugly person. Ooh, they ugly. But in the party, it was just something that gave them this tremendous sex appeal.
The Panthers didn't invent the idea of black is beautiful. People started wearing afros and dashikis. One of the things the Panthers did was that urban black is beautiful. And that look just blew people away.
If you were a young black man living in the city anywhere, you wanted to be like this. You wanted to dress like this, you wanted to act like this, you wanted to talk like this, you wanted to be this.
It's a standard of aggressiveness, of militance, of just forcefulness, that the sort of standard we haven't had in the past.
But figuratively speaking, you're not about to become a Panther.
No, not today or tomorrow at any rate. Maybe the day after.
This brother here, myself, all of us were born with our hair like this, and we just wear it like this. Reason for it, you might say, is like a new awareness among black people that their own natural appearance, physical appearance, is beautiful. Black people are aware now. They're proud of it. It's pleasing to them. Dig it? Isn't it beautiful? All right.
You're talking about people who are teenagers, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's the bulk of the Panthers are teenagers. So the fact that we were so young and the fact that this hadn't happened before, I'm not certain that we recognize how startling it looked to other people.
Dear Mr. Newton, I'm a 13-year-old black girl and I want to be a Black Panther. I wish you would fill me in. Does it matter what your religion is? What are some qualifications to be a Black Panther? P.S. Write me back personally.
I was taught to be proper, behave yourself, you going out in public, to always know that the white man was listening. With the Black Panthers coming to the scene, it was just a completely different message. As a 12-year-old, you know what? You had this whole other portrayal of self and just digging it.
Photographers took advantage. I mean, they took our pictures, they put them on newspapers, they put them on magazines, and that look that we projected, you know, the big afro, the leather jacket, the shades, that became a hit. And obviously, photographers were drawn to the Panthers.
Well, we hear a great deal about the Black Panthers.
Black Panthers. The Black Panthers were absolutely unique.
The Black Panthers. Black Panther Party. Black Panther movement.
Black Panther Party.
Black Panthers.
I think the Black Panthers really understood the media. They knew what we were after. They knew what we were focusing on.
The Panthers has amounted to...
The Black Panther Party.
Many people know the Panthers.
You might say that we exploited the Black Panthers, but I think there's a lot of evidence that they used us to their advantage. They were able to establish their legitimacy as a voice of protest.
The chairman of the Black Panther Party, and here he is.
We have a film of your breakfast program. Is this without sound also?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Will you comment on this?
Yes, I will. This is a free breakfast for children program, and they're preparing the food there early in the morning. It's about 2 hours work in the morning. These party members primarily set this whole program up, and then we get involved with as many of the community people as we can.
Come on, all here. People in there. Come on in, little brother. Come on in, little sister. Y'all can sit down and get something to eat.
Studies came out saying that children that didn't have a good breakfast in the morning were less attentive at school and less inclined to do well and suffered from fatigue. I mean, there's all sorts of scientific reasons to have a good breakfast in the morning. And we just simply took that information, and a program was developed serving breakfast to children.
After my father came home from Vietnam and was discharged from the Army and couldn't get work, we were going through a very hard time. Food was kind of, the everyday necessities were hard. I was embarrassed to go, but when you went, kids are all laughing, and then all of a sudden the stigma or what.
No, I didn't have neither one on my phone today.
What's up, fam? I really hope you really appreciate that the Black Panthers, the vanguard of the revolution, which is really the Black Panther Party, how clearly shows you what happened in the 70s, how the movement was transformed, and what it was all about. Now remember, black people wasn't sitting there talking about they can't stand white people. Black people's talking about we can't stand brutality, abuse from the system, from the white system. You understand? And then you got a lot of white people who sit up there who's trying to destroy us all together. So listen here. When you do watch this documentary, pay attention to it. Because in those days, everybody was together. People did not tolerate a lot of the madness, so they joined together to stop the brutality, as you will see here in this part 3. But ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, gods and goddesses, I am Chocolate AMUN-RA, and I want to say this to you. Studying is everything. Peace.